Yeah, so this is what we call the One Button Studio Plus. So it's basically an upgrade of the original idea that Penn State had. This is the only One Button Studio system that will actually do live compositing. So in other words, it puts you and your presentation and the background of your choice all together, and you can see it happening live as it's recording, and you walk away with a completely finished video that requires no editing. So this is basically where it starts. You have a presentation computer that the user has complete control over with this keyboard and mouse. So, and then we have on-screen instructions here. Insert the USB drive. USB 3 recommended just for speed. So we're going to load that in, and what happens is the system recognizes this, mounts the drive, and then our green ring light comes on. This is what creates our green screen. You can't see it with the naked eye, but the camera sees that screen back there as a green screen. So next, the instructions are to load the presentation. So they would have another thumb drive. They would load it here. I have a demo presentation on here, so I'll just load that up, and I'll hit play so it goes full screen. Whatever is on this screen shows up as the presentation here. So if it's just the desktop, it's going to show up here, right? If you want to present without a presentation, without a PowerPoint or Keynote, you can certainly just turn the green screen, the presentation off, and it just takes it out of the picture, right? So that's an option. We have options for where this presentation picture-in-picture shows up, and that's going to be our presentation position button, right? So we hit that again, it comes back. We have one on the right, and then we have a full screen option. We have left, medium, and large, right, medium, and large.
So it's just a toggle through.
So it just toggles, and it just cycles through those 5 options, right? We also have options for background selection, and again, this whoever's the admin of this system can put in whatever backgrounds they want, as many as they want. The background selection will actually toggle through all of the available backgrounds and just start over at the beginning when it reaches the end of the list. So you can see there's some just default backgrounds in here. One is just green screen. Let's say you actually do want to do post-production and you want a green screen because you're going to do some fancy stuff. You have that option. And then we'll just keep cycling through the available stuff. I kind of like this out of focus classroom background.
Yeah, that looks cool.
So we'll just leave that there. We also have a watermark selection. It just cycles through. You know, I've got the DVD story in there. I've got Mimo Live, which is the software behind the scenes that runs this. And I've got One Button Studio Plus logo. The other option is nothing. So again, the admin of this system can go in and put school logos in there, department logos, whatever.
Is that just a vector file?
Whatever they want to. Exactly, yeah. Just it could be a PNG, even just with a transparent background. So again, this just cycles through the available watermarks, and you can pick whatever you want there. So we'll put the One Button Studio logo there.
Cool.
Now, let's say that somebody just had, they just want to jump in front of the wall and do a quick thing, like nothing fancy, no background, no nothing. You can actually turn the green screen off entirely, and you just have the gray background, and that's it, right? So, but as soon as we go back to background selection, it'll automatically turn the green screen back on, and we're back to backgrounds, and we'll go through and find our classroom again.
What does the green ring of lights do? Is that a technical ring of lights, or is that just an indicator for the user?
It's not an indicator. It actually creates the green screen. So if you put your phone up kind of right behind here while you're recording, do it, and you can see what happens as you're aiming toward the screen. You will start to see green light, because this is a retro reflective background, and it reflects light directly back at the source.
Interesting. Okay.
So what it's doing is reflecting green light emanating from here directly back at the camera. So the camera sees this really bright green screen. As you can see, when I go to my background selection of just the green screen, this is what the camera is seeing right now. So, and if you step in there, you know, you become part of the recording. So I will go back to my classroom background. So once you've got this all configured as you wish, now there's also two zoom options as far as recording. One is just kind of a zoom in, a closer shot of the presenter, and one is a zoom out. So those are here.
Where it is?
And just zoom in and zoom out here. So, and then we have presenter position, and all this does is do a horizontal flip. So sometimes when you're presenting, it's nice to have a mirrored image of yourself, because that way when I move my left arm, on the same side, the arm moves. So if I'm going to be pointing to my presentation, it's nice to be able to, it just makes it easier to do that.
Right.
Now, if you're wearing words on your chest and you do the horizontal flip, those words are going to be backwards.
Sure.
So that's one thing to keep in mind. But you do have the option there just by hitting presenter position. It just toggles the horizontal flip back and forth. So once you're happy with your configuration and you're ready to go do your presentation, you would come up here and stand in front of the screen. So you can see I'm right here. And in this case, you actually want to be right next to the screen. The system works better the closer you are to the screen, so you're just basically right on top of it. And I can see myself there. And it looks like it's actually keying through this mask, which is a little
Disconcerting
awkward.
here.
But normally, if I have just my face, it's not a problem. For whatever reason, this color of blue is bleeding through. All right, so we click the button, and then we get a recording countdown on the screen, so I know exactly when I'm starting. So I'm going to go through my presentation. This happens to be a presentation without a topic, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it is. This is a pie graph, which of course makes me hungry. And bar chart, stacked area chart, another chart, and the last slide without a topic. So this is the presentation, and when you're done with your presentation, you give it a second and then hit the button again. I get an indicator that the recording has stopped, and then after this we'll see an indication of the file transfer happening. It's going to be super quick because that was a super quick presentation. It's been copied, and now the user has the option of just pulling the drive and going their way, or if they want to record again, they can certainly do that right now and just hit the floor button. So now we also have this option, and this is a new feature, is to play last recording. So I hit this. So I know exactly when I'm starting. So I'm going to go through my presentation. This happens to be a presentation without a topic. So I'm just reviewing what I've done. I can stop that anytime. If I'm happy with it, then I just pull my thumb drive out. The lights go off. It reverts back to its original state.
Does either of these, there's two separate computers in here, right?
Yes.
Do either of these computers work just as a regular CPU desktop, Windows 10 desktop, that you can show some video from YouTube or
yeah, again,
display,
again,
Google a picture or something
again,
like that?
anything you show on here
okay.
is
an Apple.
is going to be is going to show up in your presentation.
Okay, so this, all right, got it.
Yep. And this currently isn't hooked to the internet, but they could easily connect it to the Wi-Fi or whatever they want to do. So.
Got it. Cool.
So that's it.